Oliver, you reported it, and now it's official. Tristan Borges back with Forge FC on loan from his Belgium side, and he swept the awards in the inaugural season. He was the MVP, Golden Boot winner, and Canadian Under-21 Player of the Year. But I'm actually going to start with you, Gareth, first. What does this mean for Forge? What does it mean for the rest of the league to have Tristan Borges back?
Time to start collecting royalties. The t-shirts are coming out. It's Borges, it's gorgeous. That's what I'm talking about. Cash money, baby. Look, what I find incredible is that still after the Island Games where Borges was off in Belgium doing his thing, he's still the joint leading goal scorer in Canadian Premier League history. That's how good he was in season 1, and now he's level with Akeem Garcia, which says something, I think. Look, you add him to an attack, and I think that Forge became a little bit stale, a little bit predictable in attack from year 1 to year 2. If he plays as almost an inverted winger, and you have Sabak and Becker and Ashinoti Janssen and Cisse and Nanko and Babuli in attack, I'm not sure any other side in the Canadian Premier League can match up with that talent and that ability. It's just all about how, and I forgot to mention Chouanier as well. It's all about how Bobby Smyrniotis wants to utilize these players, in what fashion. I think what we've seen over the course of this past year in football is when the games come fast and furious, if it's going to be a shrunk down season to a certain degree, you're going to need that depth of talent. And right now, it must be said, at least in attacking positions, no team looks better on paper than Forge with Tristan Borges back in the fold.
Yeah, and I don't think they're done in terms of adding to the attack either. One of the curious things about Forge has been that they're very rarely shut out, but they don't blow teams away either. Like 80% of their games, I think, they've scored 1 or 2 goals. And I think it's been something of a frustration for them that they haven't always turned their control of games into, more convincing results. So that was, despite David Edgar leaving and people maybe looking at defense, the attack, I think, was their clear focus this offseason. Obviously, Borges is a massive addition, and I think you're also going to see them go shopping in Central America maybe as they prepare to return to CONCACAF League as well. So there's more coming, I think, up front for Forge, which is a frightening prospect.
Well, from a fan perspective, I think there is excitement to see Tristan Borges back. But Ollie, when you look at it from a perhaps macro perspective, should we be concerned at all that the first big CPL export is actually, back in the league within a year?
I don't think so, personally. I think if in 5 years' time this is happening over and over again, then obviously it will be a concern. But I think this is football, right? It can be a very, very harsh world at times. And if Tristan Borges had a real extended opportunity in Belgium and just hadn't performed, then that would be one thing. But that wasn't the case, right? A new coach came in after they got promoted to the top division and simply decided that Tristan Borges wasn't a player that he felt he could use in his first team squad. So that opportunity wasn't there. Look, I'm not a coach, I'm not a scout, but I feel like I've seen enough European football and I've seen enough of Tristan Borges to believe that this guy is more than good enough and has the quality to play at a good level in Europe. So now for him, he's still only 22 years old. It's about getting some games, getting his form and confidence back. And then I think this is a player that still has, a big future ahead of him.
And if there's any year where you didn't want to fall to favor with a new coach, it was last year. There's very little opportunity to move on. The economics of the game have changed. Your ability to move freely without quarantine, these are all difficult roadblocks that a player needed to go through. And I think Borges is absolutely doing the right thing, coming back to a familiar place where he's success. He works well with the team, he works well with the coach, and he simply needs to play right now. That is the priority in 2021 for Borges.
Only 22 years of age, yes, needs to be on the pitch.